And it's incredibly, and there's a Chinese word for this, guoyin, which just means bloody awesome. Now we're gonna have a little fun. I said just a little bit of the meat and vegetables aside for this last dish. Instant noodles. But before that goes in there, take your little net thing, put it on the broth, take your egg, crack it, put it right in. And we're gonna let that sink to the bottom and cook that for a couple minutes. Basically, we're gonna poach an egg in this broth. Then the noodle goes in, but don't let it mess with your egg like I just kind of did. Set it aside. Nothing touches the egg. All right, I'm usually cooking this in a much bigger hot pot, so there's space, but now they're kind of invading each other's territory. I don't want to touch the egg yet. It's not done, but ramen is definitely done. Set it aside on a plate. I cooked the last remaining bits of meat, and we'll just put that on the side. Take my poached egg, lob it right on top. This is my favorite part. Oh yeah. Eat your heart out, Ichiran. I'm sorry, Ichiran Brooklyn, not Ichiran Japan. Ichiran Japan, you're awesome. A little bit of chili, if you want. And that brings us to just my favorite part of the meal. Oh. That might be just creaminess overload because you got the cream from the broth, the cheese, and now the eggs. Cook these eggs just a little less runny than usual because, I don't know, I don't feel like running. I didn't really feel like running eggs today. Maybe because I've been eating so much food, just the thought of running just tires me out. But that eggy center, that is delicious. Now, these noodles have absorbed all that broth. These noodles taste so magical. It could start granting wishes. I mean, Disney should just call and give it a full-time job. Best part of the hot pot meal. If you don't believe me, if you think I'm exaggerating even a little bit, come to this place, do what I just did, and I dare you not to be impressed. I'm gonna miss this place. You guys saw my hot pot reviews. The broth flavor is in most cases very inadequate in American hot pot places, but at this place, that's its strength. And some of you guys have been wondering why I never give 5 out of 5s when reviewing broth flavor. That's because I've been waiting for the one. And guys, this is the one. You're looking at it right here. Oh, give you like a little dessert with grass jelly. So obviously, I like this place a little bit. And this place, with everything that I ordered, 2 extra plates of meat, 1 extra plate of mushrooms, and then everything that came with the table, all that is 1,000 Taiwan dollars, which is like 33 bucks. Also counting the fact that you don't really tip in Taiwan, that is way cheaper than my typical hot pot meal. And as you can see, I'm deeply fulfilled. Well, to be honest, I could have done 2 more plates of beef, but moderation at 10 o'clock at night is not a bad thing. Of course, the information for this place is listed in my description box below, guys. Come try it out. Let me know how you like it. And until we eat again, I'll see you later.
Meet Jane. On her 25th birthday, she invested $15,000, earning about 5.5% annually. After 10 years, Jane has over $25,000. That's because not only did her initial $15,000 earn interest, but her earnings also earned interest over those 10 years. That's how the concept of compounding, usually called compound interest, works. And by investing early, Jane has time on her side. Now meet Mitch. He also invested $15,000, but not until his 45th birthday. Mitch's investments also earned about 5.5% interest each year, compounding annually. By the time Jane turns 50, her original investment of $15,000 at that average 5.5% rate.
Again, I'll see you later. Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. This is my last dinner here in Taiwan, and I really wanted to make it count. Now, although I've already had hot pot once on this trip and it was fantastic, I heard about this other hot pot place that is one of the most popular on this island. It's called Ma La Hot Pot, or Spicy Horse Hot Pot. No, they don't serve horse, I don't think. It's just a play on words because Ma La it's numbing and spicy, and Ma La kind of sounds like Ma La, but it's a horse instead. Anyway, I heard this place is exceptional and it's all you can eat. Let's go check it out. First impression, this place, it's buffet heaven. Hot pot buffet heaven. I'm overwhelmed right now. I am. I'm so overwhelmed. Check this out. This is just a meat menu. They have everything from Angus beef to beef from Australia, also lamb from Australia, prawns supposedly the size of my arm. They also have all-you-can-drink drinks, including beer, wine, sparkling wine. I mean, I don't drink, but I'm thinking that's a good thing, right? And finally, I'm gonna tell you what they have at the end. You're gonna love this. I'm not gonna tell you now. Wait till the end. You'll see what they have for dessert. Okay. Let's just start getting the stuff. Fried dough, yes.
Wow, bean bun. Ooh, frozen tofu.
I don't know what a maji is, but yeah, I want one.
Mushroom combo 1, mushroom combo 2.
What is this? Gaoshan Wawa Cai?
Thai mountain child veggie.
Sure. Menu part 2.
Dumpling combo, yep.
This is a bunch of braised items.
And there's intestine, tendons, cow stomach.
Yes, one each, please. Oh man, this is called palm of your hand shrimp. Basically, they're saying these prawns are as big as your hand. And this is the beef menu. I'm about to go to town right here.
New York prime.
If I pay 200 more Taiwan dollars per person per table, I get Australian M9 plus black fur cow. I don't even know what this is. I just know I want it. Now, when it comes to broth selection, they have 5. And their most popular is mala. And they call this an authentic spicy soup base from Sichuan. They have a veggie base, they have a wine base, and they have like an egg white pot. And since I had a creamy pot yesterday, I'm not gonna do the egg white pot. I'm gonna get the wine pot. That sounds really unique. I think I need some of that. So here's what happened. I arrived here and on the table already set up the spicy nummy soup base and the veggie soup base that's already there. And they told me those are 2 most popular soup bases. I'm gonna taste the veggie soup base. For a purely clear soup base, I mean, something that's supposed to be light and subtle, it's got really good flavor. Like most time at hot pot places, this is usually really bland, but not here. There's good flavor. And for the wine base, they just kind of added some ingredients into the veggie soup base. So I guess whatever's in the veggie pot is kind of like the base of their broth. Whew. I haven't had alcohol in like 20 years, and just one sniff of that almost gave me a hangover. Wow, that's a lot of wine, that broth. It almost doesn't taste at all like the broth I had earlier when it was without the wine added in. At the same time, really good flavor. The mala broth is really interesting. It's got tons of ingredients you typically don't see on a spicy broth. I think this is spicy tofu. Lemongrass, ginger, peppercorn, and what looks like a habanero, some sort of pepper. Wow. Wow, this is thick. Oh, that's complex. Not only is it nummy, is it spicy, but you can see there's also blood in there. And that made this broth taste a little bit irony, insanely flavorful. This is the sauce bar. You might be confused why there's eggshells in here. Well, here's the egg. And you crack the egg, and some people like an egg yolk inside their sauce. Whoa. Angus beef curry. Oh, and by the way, this is all the stuff you can drink. Different types of herbal tea and all sorts of juices and smoothies. No way, they have kelpis here. Let's try this. That's delicious. And this is where you can get all you can drink wine. Hey, here's beer on tap, bunch of sodas and canned beer. I don't know, can I take this home? My parade of meat is here and my mind is about blown. Let's get started. I want to start my first bite with the absolute best. This is that black fur cow thing from Australia. And just look at the marbling. What a delicious pattern. And just look how thin these things are sliced. They tell you how long to cook this, and they said to cook this about halfway done. Actually, I just rechecked. They said to cook this to 30%. Mine's more like, I don't know, 80%, but whatever. If you told me I just ate a piece of cotton that somehow had beef flavoring on there, I would 100% believe you with no questions asked. That beef didn't really melt on my tongue. It caressed it, it cuddled it, and it told it a bedtime story, singing it a lullaby, and gently tucked it into bed. I gotta try that again with the wine sauce. Oh. Okay, now this is more to the doneness level that they said. That really shouldn't be used for hot pot meat. That really should be stuffed into winter jackets. You know, I kind of regret starting off with this because I know nothing is going to be as good. And that makes me sad because it's kind of like I saw the movie ending at the beginning of the movie. It's like having to sit through The Sixth Sense knowing that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. But I'll soldier on. Ooh, beef tendon, love this. One thing I've never seen before in a hot pot are oysters. I am really excited about this. Fried dough, and this has been soaking, look at it. It's soaked up so much of that sauce. This is one of my favorite things to eat in a hot pot. I mean, it's probably one of the unhealthiest things because it's literally a fried piece of dough that's been drenched in grease. But hey, nobody ever goes to all-you-can-eat hot pot for nutritious reasons, right? Still some parts of that a little crunchy, and just a burst of the broth. I'm trying to use some of the other ingredients first so I can kind of forget what that Australian beef tastes like. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? I wanna have a piece of this lamb. Again, incredibly thin, nice balance of fat and meat, and the restaurant says to cook it all the way. Oh, that didn't take long at all. Oh. Even though it's cooked all the way, incredibly tender. I mean, comparing this lamb to any of the all-you-can-eat hot pot buffet lambs in the US is like the Rock arm wrestling Kevin Hart. There's no comparison because the lamb in all-you-can-eat hot pot buffets in the US, they're usually pretty gamey and they're really lean. So once you cook it a little bit, they become kind of tough to chew, but not this. This is some premium meat. That's so bouncy. Australian sirloin, and this looks fairly lean. And I'm supposed to cook this to about 70%. I think that's good. That's the chewiest piece of meat from far. Really nice, clean beef flavor. A little chewier than I like. The American Angus beef, again, pretty lean. That is gentle and tasty. Although the meat is pretty lean, oh, so soft. The beefy flavor isn't as strong as the last two cuts, but that thing is love me tender good. So after sampling everything, I really like the New Zealand sirloin because of its nice beefy flavor, but nothing even comes close to the Australian beef. And for an extra $7, yeah, if you're gonna come here, definitely get that. These are the hand-sized prawns. I mean, a little exaggerated. Maybe finger-sized prawns. Beef tendon is something you don't find in a lot of hot pot places, but I 100% appreciate it. Oh, that's perfect. I love beef tendon. This is something interesting I never had before. This is a sesame ball. I don't know if this is sweet or savory. It looks like a mochi ball. So in the broth, they have pieces of blood. Yeah, this is blood. It kind of looks and feels like a piece of jello. And if you're not used to this, this could be a little intimidating. But I like eating it not only because I actually like the flavor, but also kind of makes me feel a little bit like a vampire. Irony. And if you never had this, the texture is a little snappy and it has more texture than you might think. It doesn't really have a bad flavor to it. The texture is kind of like tofu to me. All right, now that I've determined the Australian A7 black fur beef is the best meat here, I'm getting like 10 more plates of this. Just like most hot pot places, this place does have a time limit. It's 2 hours, and they're lucky today. They really are, because I'm filming a lot, so that's taking up a lot of time. If I just sat here for 2 hours straight eating, they would run out of that Australian beef. They would. Oh, I think my sesame ball's done. I'm trying to cut this open. Oh, black sesame inside. Oh, this is fantastic. This is a mochi ball with black sesame on the inside. It's a dessert item. Plate number 3 of the Australian beef with about 20 minutes to go. Working against the clock here, working against the clock. This is all going in. All right, I'm nearing the end. They actually come by to kind of tell you that you're out of time. So it's time to wrap up the soup. Instant noodles, Prince noodles. This is instant ramen royalty. Instant noodles at the end of hot pot, soaking up all that broth. Never leave a hot pot place with good broth without doing this. It was almost as good as the meat. I said almost. By the way, look at all the dessert you can have. But this is where it gets really exciting. Haagen-Dazs ice cream. And if you don't like Haagen-Dazs, they got Mövenpick too. Got my Haagen-Dazs ice. All right, while I was away, I forgot I ordered another order of the beef. This will be order number 5, but I'm already moved on to dessert. You know what? It's okay. Beef for dessert. Whew. All right, the other dessert. This is the best all-you-can-eat hot pot buffet I've ever had in my life. Not even close. In the last hot pot I had in Taiwan, I gave a perfect score to for the broth. This place, I'm giving a perfect score to the quality of the meat. I mean, the meat selection and quality of this place puts every single all-you-can-eat hot pot buffet I've ever had to shame. And all this for a little over 600 Taiwan dollars, which is about 20 bucks. Even if you pay extra for the Australian beef, which I recommend you do, that's only about $7 US more, bringing the grand total to about 27, 28 US dollars. $100. That's with all the delicious meats, with the drinks, and the perfect dessert after hot pot. And this is quality stuff. In the US, all you can eat buffets usually for dinner is around $28, $30, $32, $35, and that's not including tip. And the only way you're getting Haagen-Dazs afterwards is actually going to a Haagen-Dazs place after the hot pot. There's absolutely no way you can compare. Best all you can eat hot pot place I've ever been to, period. Only bad thing I'll say about this place is that it's cash only, and I didn't realize that until the last 20 minutes of my meal, and that really took up precious beef eating time. But if you love hot pot, if you are ever in Taipei, you gotta come check this place out. Also make a reservation like a week ahead of time because this place gets packed.
Mango ice cream, so good.
All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again. See you later.
Touch from afar. My will made real. Repairing the damage. The objective is now the power of destruction. Allow me to repair the damage. Get into position. This will heal. Agón, fogato. We must all make sacrifices in the name of science. This will restore you. Surrender to my will. Touch from afar. I'm restored. Allow me. Allow me to repair the damage. This will heal you. Such a flawed creation. Join the Yashi. This is my will. This will restore surrender to my will. Get into position. Repairing the damage. This will heal you. Double. Join with me.
Contact.
Allow me. My task is forth. I'm restoring you.
Everyone heal up.
Your strength fades. Double kill. I will rebuild you.
For your safety, please run behind the back. Team up for special attack.
This will improve your condition. Surrender to my will.
Suiting up.
Double restored. Tell me how this feels. Injured again. This will restore you. Double kill.
Best round. 1.
I might need this later.
Enemies found. Preparing. Score 1-0.
Hey.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
I cast this forth.
Enemies found.
Seemingly vague. Double.
Everyone heal up.
The objective is now active.
I got this.
For your own safety, get behind the barrier.
Much obliged.
LOL. Hi.
I understand.
Thank you.
Greetings.
Please move behind the barrier.
Watch from afar. Surrender to my will. Triple kill. It is only a case. The power of destruction. Regenerating your cellular structure.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Understood.
My ultimate is ready.
I cast this force to trust. Injured again.
I'm on fire. All systems checked out. Now show them.
Traveling to Hanamura. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.